Hej, siemanko, Lisky z tej strony, witam was serdecznie w kolejnym odcinku z gameplayem z trailerami i zaczynamy od Ronin 2, oficjalnie drogą pack DLC Launch, więc będziemy mieli pewnie jakieś mikropłatności i tak dalej. Albo po prostu do kupienia. The Dragon Pack. Okay, Chinese voice acting. Pięknie. Apex Legends Breakout.
Being a legend? Nah, it ain't just about winning, mate. It's an attitude you show up with.
Yeah.
Remembering every bloody drop.
Put in 10,000 hours. What a rush!
Faster, faster, faster!
I leveled up? Hell yeah! Choice. Gonna get rough as guts.
Ooh.
Come on now, bring it. Here we go. Patching myself up a bit. I never quit.
All eyes on us. We can't hide it when you just fly. You don't need no pilot. That's the best you got, mate.
You can't crash this castle.
Siema, siema, Magnum.
Way too real, need a moment of silence.
Better luck next time.
Look at the time, stuck in my prime to be this good. Should be a crime. Top of the line, one of a kind. Built for it all, still on the ground. We come as
You really thought you belonged in here with professionals?
Yeah, we are very professionals.
You misguided sod.
You think that's it? You aren't ready for this dance.
so tell me when to go. Feel bad when you came from the floor.
Underestimate me and pay the price.
It's our turn. Get me up next. Lights, cameras, high standards. Touch the top of that mountain. Nothing we cannot handle. Crowd, favorites, worlds. And I'm still with the same team. It's us versus everything.
I love when the spotlight's on me.
Put in that time.
I'm always watching.
You want to be a real legend.
Zoom in, zoom out, zoom up.
Game's changing, mate.
All eyes on us.
So however you used to drop.
Hardly a challenge.
It's time to drop a little hotter.
Dun, dun, dun. Pięknie.
War of the
Black
Roses,
Desert
the new
Online.
300 versus 300
War of the
large-scale
Roses.
battle is coming to Black Desert. Camasylvia or Odalita, which side will you fight for? Let's dive into what this new PvP game mode has to offer.
Oh. PvP mode.
War of the Roses takes place every 2 weeks on Sunday. Each side is represented by 100 members from the leader guild, which is selected from guilds or alliances that apply the day before the event. They will need to fulfill the requirements of having at least one victory in the last 2 weeks in a tier 4 or 5 node war, or conquest war. The other 200 members of each faction will be represented by the 3rd Legion, which is made up of 200 randomly selected adventurers who sign up and fulfill the gear requirement of a combined gear score of 680. The guild leader will appoint a captain or become a captain themselves. This will allow them to take control of the tactical map and have authority over exclusive skills. There is one captain for each faction, Sylvia and Odalita. Movement orders and various missions can be given to units of the 3rd Legion. 3rd Legion members that complete these missions will earn rewards. The assigned mission can also be adjusted once cancelled or completed. The captain can form units consisting of leader guild members and adventurers from the 3rd Legion. Once the War of the Roses has begun, it will be possible to edit a unit during the battle, but you will not be able to change adventurers that are already assigned to a unit to unassigned. The leader guild can assign 3 lieutenants. These lieutenants can also assign movement orders and various missions. The War of the Roses takes place on a battlefield which incorporates the 2 domains of Sylvia and Odalita. When War of the Roses begins, participants located within the area will be randomly moved to 3 different coordinates within their faction's castle. There are stable keepers and wharf managers within certain locations in both Ornette and Odor Castle. You can also use the stable keeper and wharf manager at the Old Wisdom Tree and Starry Midnight Port. If a participant dies, they can resurrect by selecting a location on the tactical map. There will be 2 options, a quick resurrection or a normal resurrection. There are a total of 20 sanctums. The occupied sanctums will contain guardian monsters. After the War of the Roses begins, a neutral type of faded relics will appear in each sanctum for you to defeat. You must occupy the sanctums in order, starting from the closest sanctum connected to the castle of your faction. To take control of a sanctum that is currently being occupied by an enemy, you must first defeat the enemy monster. Once you defeat the enemy monster, a friendly guardian monster from your faction will appear. Occupying a sanctum will grant your side various passive buffs. These can be seen on the tactical map. Last but not least, we have the Spirit's Altar. To occupy this altar, you will need to fill the guardian monster with a certain amount of Black Spirit's rage. Occupying the Spirit's Altar will allow your side to summon ancient chariots, elephants, ballistas, and cannons that grant a powerful effect called the Spirit's Protection. Take advantage of this effect while you can. It will
Coś trochę tak mi przypomina to stylowo z Lineage'em i Clan vs Clan, nie?
A 20-minute wait time for
No też gdzieś tam w późniejszym etapie były
and the cooldown can be checked on the
mocno zaawansowane mechaniki.
The War of the Roses introduces a new
Jak na tamte czasy
dedicated
oczywiście.
map, the tactical
Jak
map.
grałem.
The tactical map will allow you to check the occupation status of each sanctum.
Ale tu
and
mapa
its
jest
remaining
gigantyczna,
health.
nie?
Unit leaders will be able to see their unit members, while troop members of each
300 na
faction,
300, nie? To jest
including
600
third
graczy,
legion
kurde, nie?
members, will only be able to see themselves. Captains and lieutenants will be making use of the map the most, as it shares the location and the point of view of your allies. Even discovered enemies will be displayed on the map. Here are 6 types of missions that both captains and lieutenants can delegate to the 3rd Legion.
Nieźle.
Sanctum Attack, Sanctum Defense, defeat a commander, protect a commander, defeat enemies times 40, and Spirit's Altar Activation. Multiple missions cannot be performed at the same time. There are a total of 6 War of the Roses faction skills, and only captains can use them during the War of the Roses. Enhanced Vision reveals an obscured field of vision for 10 seconds. Rally Forces instantly teleports a selected platoon to the targeted sanctum. Powerful Attack, summon a King Griffin or Calc near a designated sanctum to temporarily unleash heavy area of effect damage. Summon Ogre summons a group of violent ogres near the designated sanctum. The summoned ogres will disappear when a targeted sanctum's guardian is defeated, or after a certain time period. Obscure Vision obscures the enemy's field of vision in fog for 30 seconds. The enemy captain can use Enhanced Vision to remove the obscure vision effect. Immobilize Guardians freezes the Sanctum's Guardian and restores 20% of their HP, making them impossible to target for approximately 1 minute. The Armory includes elephants, ancient trolls, ancient chariots, and ballistas, appearing on the bridge in front of
Słonie chyba na
Ornette
przodzie jest.
Castle for each faction, and cannons appearing in other specific locations. War of the Roses weapons can be used by an ally regardless of rank or affiliation, with the Leaders Guild or the 3rd Legion. Your victory conditions are simple. Defeat the opposing faction's commander, Commander Narshlin of Ornette Castle and Commander Sephir of Odor Castle. If the 2-hour timer runs out, the remaining health of the commander will determine the winner. And that wraps up this overview. We hope this helped, and we look forward to seeing you in the large-scale battle. Good luck out there.
Good luck and have fun. Yeah. Alright.
Rated M for
Rise
mature.
of the Ronin, behind the scenes. 8,5 minut. Grubo zaczynamy, grubo.
My dear sister, I write these lines with a heavy heart as I find myself, once more, imprisoned by shogunate forces. These corrupt men accuse me of treason, but I say it is they who betray our land, leaving her in great despair. They are scared and weak, clinging to power, no matter the cost.
No matter the cost.
Let them pass judgment.
Yeah.
For I chose my fate years ago, when the black ships arrived, like mountains rising from the sea. It struck fear into their hearts that night, but for me, a flame was kindled, flickering with the promise of a new Japan. She can be sovereign, and she can be free. Seize this opportunity, my sister. Rise up and oppose. Seek allies wherever you find them, and bring them to our call. For if our vision is to succeed, the shogunate must fall.
Rise of the Ronin. Chapter 1. The beginning. Nice. Rise of the Ronin jest tylko na
Rise of the
konsolę?
Ronin
Jest
is
ekskluzyw?
without
Czy mi
a
się
doubt
wydaje?
Team Ninja and Koei Tecmo's biggest and most ambitious project to date. Team Ninja has always designed action games, usually following a linear level design, which leads to an all-powerful boss.
Ja chyba na PC też.
This time, I wanted to make a game where the player could fully immerse themselves
Nie,
into the
PS5
game's
premiera,
world,
okej.
the universe and
Jest
story.
ekskluzyw. No nic, my poczekamy
You
pewnie
play
na...
as a powerful
Porta.
Ronin, trained from a young age as one half of a pair by a secretive group known as the Veiled Edge. Separated from your blade twin for the first time, you now find yourself alone. The Bakumatsu era is a special period in history for Japan. American gunboats, known as the Black Ships, arrived off the coast of Japan in the mid-1800s, forcing Japan to open up its market to the Western powers.
Piękna katana.
This caused great turmoil in the country between the ruling shogunate, who looked to maintain military power while containing both the threat from the West, as well as the anti-shogunate forces, such as the Choshu clan, who wanted to overthrow the shogunate and change the way Japan was run.
As the smoke rises, so shall we. So shall we!
You could say that Haji and the Shoka Shinjuku school was the birthplace of this ideology, following the teachings of its most influential figure in Yoshida Shoin. Although it was a different world in a different time, I believe he could be compared to Socrates. I wanted to depict his teachings and his life from the moment I started working on Rise of the Ronin. He wasn't just a philosopher. He insisted on the importance of taking action.
The people must rise and demand revolution. How else can change endure?
Rise of the Ronin is set during the period known as Bakumatsu, and at the moment that is the darkest before dawn. The darkness is represented by the constant political pressure piling on the shogun, widespread disease, and several battles being fought and lost.
I wanted to show that energy building up in these darkest moments, while the people waited for everything to implode. I was impressed how the team focused on every detail during the creation of this universe. A great story unravels based on actual historical research. From the cities and villages to the historical figures depicted, such as Katsukasha or Sakamoto Ryoma. There's also a specific energy from that period in history that the team as a whole wanted to express within the game.
Looking at the Bakumatsu era, it was a time where multiple schools of thought and cultures were merging together. I wanted to express that chaotic world through sound. When it came to the score, we related with the Black Ships coming to Japan by having an Occidental composer, Inon Zur, join us on the project.
It's interesting to notice that the two main instruments that are carrying most of the melodies in the score are one Japanese and one Western. The cello, on one hand, it's very westernized, but playing the Japanese melodies, it's almost like talking to this era. And the shakuhachi, on the other hand, such a strong Japanese signature. But when it plays the music from the score, I let it many times play melodies that are more westernized. So together, this choice really added to the whole soundscape of the score.
From an art perspective, it was not just about building a large-scale world, which would have been planned. So, in order to avoid that, we've worked on building landmarks during the process. Yokohama, Edo, Kyoto. It turns out Koei Tecmo has offices in these 3 locations, making them somewhat familiar. So it was easy to start to build an image for them. Obviously, these locations were very different back then, though. While we looked at these and continued our research process, we realized we had to add more texture to the game. We started working on the colors and the atmosphere in order to build Ronin's environment.
As you wander through various locations, some territories are dangerous as they are controlled by bandits. Alternatively, a city would be ruled differently, bringing in new types of challenges and battles. You can feel how that was recreated as you play the game. I believe players will be able to enjoy that.
It is time to end this.
No, giereczka może być całkiem spoko. Chapter 2, The Fight. O, nie pokazuje nic. Okej. Dead Hook.
According to the miner's notes, there's something horrifying in the depths of the temples. I see you're getting into it. I recognize the good old dead hook.
Facehugger.
Your suit is equipped with a reatomization system.
Kill this disgusting insect.
Evil versus evil. Time to feed. Chomp.
Did you think that it would be so easy? Do you think that I have not planned for every
In
eventuality?
that, you can defeat
This
me.
is the same fate that the Aguirre would have met if he had opposed me.
Take the fight to Sarkul.
No niezła ścieżka, kurde, to jest jakiś kopik, kurde? To by wychodziło, nie? I... Tak, operacja wampirszczanki. The Inquisitor.
Well, well. The Inquisitor himself. I'm happy to see you, Master.
The Inquisitor.
Did Venerable Yorga really poison the book?
Have you heard anything about a vampire? He was beheaded and gutted like a hog. The killer cut out the liver.
Ciekawie wygląda.
I beg you.
I beg you.
Help me. This is but hell's antechamber.
Out now. Dungeon Stalkers. To co to kurde jest Dungeon Stalkers? PvE? Action RPG? Magic style, death of hazard, survival, sexual content? Ooh. Hey. To mi kurde przypomina tego. Coś ala ten Dungeonborn, tylko bardziej koreańskim stylu, lol. Okej. Okej. Ewidentnie w koreańskim stylu. Solo queue. Nieźle. Kingdom, the Blood. O, O, to jest zombie. Slasher jak... Mobilka na peceta. Ciekawe. Tak jest. Blood. Leżeć. The House of Da Vinci. Teraz pewnie z jakimiś zagadkami. O, point and click puzzle. Sądziłem. Discover the darkest secrets of Da Vinci House. Bears in space. Okay.
If I don't find some water soon, I'm in danger of becoming a little thirsty.
Unleash the bear. The bear, przepraszam, the bear, nie the beer. Nie wypuszczamy piwa.
Time to boldly kill what no man has killed before.
Can you go ahead and kill them all before they hurt themselves? It's the only way.
Siema, siema, pierog.
That was cool.
That was amazing. Pięknie. O, Fortnite X Żółwie Ninja. Mówisz, pierog, że taki zdechły się czujesz? It's shredder time. Okay. Dragon's Dogma 2 Thief Vocation. Tak jest, pokażcie mi tutaj, kurde, mojego roga. Stabu, stabu. Lecki? Dawaj mu stabu, stabu. Skończyłeś Swarma? Został ci tylko piąty difficulty? Nice. Ja jeszcze Swarma nie skończyłem. Dużo zostało mi jeszcze. Kontenciku, ale spokojnie. Nadrobimy powolutku. Są właśnie inne giereczki, które też chcemy przejść, więc... Jest, kurde. Dark Light. Tylko na PS5? Goldę łatwiej zrobić niż zwykły Swarm? O, to nie tak, nie? Bo Swarm jest jednak dedykowany pod Swarma, więc na pewno jest cięższy. Ale też i nagrody lepsze, nie? Pixel mode? Holy crap, nieźle. Słownie spod Daniela i Inhalatora. Okej. No fajnie wygląda giereczka. Dark Light. Star Citizen. Jezus, to kurde tyle lat jest w Early Accessie, tyle kurde doją kurde od graczy w tą grę, a jeszcze jej nie wydali. Nie wiem, chyba gierka już mam ponad 300 milionów kurde fanda jakiegoś, czy coś z tym, ponad grubo pewnie. Contenders, Arena. Co wydawać, jak można cały czas mieć swoje czasy na dostępie? No tak, i doić później graczy, nie? Ile wylezie, nie? Aż do momentu, kiedy gracze nie powiedzą dość, nie? Dlatego też cały czas inwestują w to, nie? Gdzieś tam powolutku dodają jakiś content, nie?
Terrifying.
Alone in the dark, behind the scenes.
So aware of what I look like.
Because I have opposite body dysmorphia, I think I'm far more handsome, and then I see myself in the mirror, and I'm like, God damn. So yeah, it's annoying to see them render it so accurately.
Detective, I was wondering when you were going to show up.
Pardon me, excuse me. My name is Edward Carnby, private investigator.
We spent a lot of time.
I know they did, and they shouldn't. They should just use the template of Brad Pitt's face, and then we're good to go. But they had to get it right.
I just finished
Kompanie nowe kwestie robisz?
based on a video game.
Zmioty nie mów.
I had this kind of newfound appreciation for video games, having not played a lot of them in my own life, and just really kind of getting an insight into how big the gaming world is and the level of craftsmanship that goes into creating these games.
Wait.
So when the offer came through to being alone in the dark, I said that yes immediately. Excuse me? Do you know where I can find Jeremy Hartwood? What I'm most drawn to is the different characters, because they are all so different, so fully fleshed out, and I'm always just so fascinated about their dialogue.
What are you doing?
No to ty masz tylko chwilowo jeden dostępny.
Not to lose sight of the girl.
Don't you worry, Mags. I'll find that little rascal.
Who are you people?
You really do feel like when Emily meets a new character, the world is completely changed.
Ruth Talon.
Nice to meet you.
I mean, he's kind of a gruff detective,
Nawalony.
searching for something, and you know, he's hard-boiled, but he's got some humor to him and stuff like that. He's a bit of a trope or a type, and I like that, and I like the world and sort of how he's exploring this insanity amidst all this horror and stuff. I liked all those aspects.
Oh, she is just peachy, detective.
You want to be able to sort of ride a balanced line of being able to play a character that's a certain way, but also that it doesn't have too many specifics so that someone will distance themselves from that character. You want them to be able to invest in this person.
Well, I guess it's also trying to make sure that there isn't like one tone throughout. Like, yeah, you know it's a horror, but then you don't want her to be one level throughout the whole game. You know, like, yes, there is the kind of scary element, but then she still has to go on a journey and discover different things, and there should still be room to breathe and have a funny moment or a sarcastic moment or a moment of discovery. So it's just trying to really kind of keep all those other beats alive amongst the kind of darkness of it all, I guess, is how I felt anyway. And she is kind of, you know, there's a lot of fear within her and a lot of speculation, curiosity and I guess dread, intrigue. Like there's a lot about her that is kind of on edge.
Detective, I really need you to get yourself together. I can't do this alone.
Yeah, I'll definitely play it. I'll probably play it as Emily. The cinematics will probably be better, but it'll be those moments in the gameplay where...
O, to tu się wybiera postać, którą chcemy grać? Ciekawe.
And then you just hear, I can't do that, I can't do that, I can't do that. Then I'll be very annoyed with my own voice. I can't leave. I got a job to do. I can't leave. I got a job to do. I can't leave. I got a job to do.
It's really, really cool. I mean, like, never, ever would I think that I would have the opportunity to do something like this, you know? It's so incredible to be able to kind of step out of what you usually do and explore something new and kind of challenge yourself in a new way. So it's been amazing.
Okay. Okay. Ciachu, Denmaku Kagura Fantasia Lost. Pięknie. Reverse 1999.
It was an early spring day like this one. I found him at my door.
No, Father.
At first, he was reticent as the mountain rocks, silently begging for strength. But they would not answer to an unready soul.
Look what you have done, Pusha.
Ooh. He would have fallen into the abyss. There was blood and tears. He would understand the weight of nature and regain his footing on the solid earth. That was the moment when he became my student.
Okay. Empyrean, Galactic Survivor, Dark Faction.
Contain the experiment.
Co to klocki Lego?
Although we escaped the surface with our lives, fear hounds me.
Wyglądają jak klocki Lego. What the hell?
The planet's atmosphere has changed. What is this corruption?
No, te statki wyglądają jakby były z klaski Lego, kurde, założone, nie?
What have we unleashed?
The end of the world.
I fear not what the history books will say of me, but who will be left to read them?
Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba.
The Demon Slayer core makes its board game debut on Nintendo Switch. Get fired up playing with up to 4 players. Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba, sweep the board. First, select your Demon Slayer character. Wow, even all of the Hashira are here. Start your mission and aim to be the strongest Demon Slayer swordsman on game boards that feature locations like the Suzumi Mansion, Mount Naragumo, and the Mugen Train from the anime Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba. Roll the dice to advance on the board and head for the destination marked by Kasugai Crow. Climb the course ranks by collecting rank points as you work your way to the destination. Different kinds of events occur depending on which space you land on.
Shuichi, you're such a good kid.
Other Demon Slayer swordsmen can even join your team.
Let's give it our all, Tanjiro!
Strategize by using items to your advantage and pave the way to victory. Once every player has rolled the dice, it's time to test your skills in the minigames. Compete with each other in all kinds of minigames. Demons appear at night. But don't worry, Nezuko can accompany you too. Band together and use your Joy-Con to face off against the more powerful demons. It's finally time for the results.
A, czyli tam jakieś walki były nawet wspólne. Ciekawe.
Experience the world of Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba to the fullest by rolling dice to advance on boards with all sorts of surprises and minigames. Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba, sweep the board! Coming to the Nintendo Switch on April 26th, 2024.
O, Apex Legends znowu. Battle Pass?
Future in your hands. Lastimosa Armory. Keep out of reach of murderous simulacra. Use only under direct human supervision.
It's Legends Day at the Apex Games, and all the stars are shining. My invite? Probably lost in all my fan mail, but I'm here in the flesh as your host with the most. Looks like someone got the party started. Let's get a closer look. Fast, deadly, and it glows? Hey, do you know who their agent is by any chance? Ouch! Good thing I'm up here and not down there. Even though I was definitely invited to this thing.
Shot connected.
Time to win.
Light your fuses, fellas. Do you like my new toys?
Look who's got some fresh moves. Taught him everything, really. That's just the thing I did. Why are you laughing?
No faffing about. Let's bloody do this.
These party crashers brought gifts and guns. A lot of guns, actually.
Dużo broni i dużo kulek.
Rock up. It's time to move out. Multiple KIAs. Add them to the list.
And there it is, folks. Your new champions. Don't they look stunning? Man, I gotta go call my tailor. Or a tailor. Do I have a tailor? I need to get a tailor.
Spell Rogue.
Welcome, Dice Slingers, to Spell Rogue, a deck-building dice roguelike. In Spell Rogue, you play as dice-rolling wizards who use mana dice to cast spells in turn-based combat with powerful foes from a world beyond. Journey through the Deadwoods, the Scorched Desert, and the Void to confront the Voidwalkers and defeat their master, Arcanax. Each spell in your deck requires mana, which you can generate by rolling dice. But each spell also has requirements for what dice values can actually be spent in that particular spell. Some spells might only accept odd values, where others require specific values. Especially strong spells even require 2 identical dice, or can have countdown sockets that must be reduced to 0 by spending multiple dice. But if you don't roll what you need, there's still hope. You've also got plenty of spells to manipulate your dice, to twist fate and find what you need in the most dire situations. In Spell Rogue, you choose between 3 different wizards. Lapis, the Azure Seer. Lapis water magic allows them to re-roll dice with flowing ease, and they can build up icy stacks of hailstorm to supercharge spells and one-shot enemies. Or if that's not your style, perhaps you'd prefer to poison your foes as you hole up behind a sturdy shield of protective magic. Hazel, the Earthen Mage. The chaos of re-rolling is not for everyone, so Hazel focuses on nurturing dice to larger values with her druidic spells. And of course, you can channel Hazel's hunter instincts to mark enemies for boosted damage through stone magic, beastly claws, or thorny root strikes. Azar, the Cinder Conjurer. Azar specializes in disassembling dice into smaller values and spending them to power up devastating attacks. But you might also choose to dabble in blood magic, drawing on your own life force to generate additional dice at your own risk. In addition to spells, you'll also be able to find magical artifacts and ultimate rituals to augment your combos, open up critical synergies between spells, and aid you in your fight. Oh, and don't forget to upgrade each spell to customize and perfectly balance your build. Eager for more? Try out the mutation system to draft challenging mutators to prove your mastery over the dice, and unlock additional content by completing achievements, milestones, and leveling up each wizard to access new starting loadouts and spells. Join Spell Rogue on our early access journey as we continue to add new content, features, and improvements to the game based on your community feedback. Get ready, Dice Slingers, because Arcanax isn't going down without a fight.
Okej. Dobrze. Dobrze. Nie poddawajcie się. Banishers, Ghosts of New...
Would you banish me?
I would. Then I'd kill you again for dying before I do. We are banishers. We end suffering for those who live. We bring closure to those who don't. Banishing his ghost wouldn't have been easy, but it would have been right. Life to the living,
Death to the dead.
Help me!
I'm not sure I can do this.
honor your oath or bring me back, but don't leave me like this. Something's there.
Something alive.
No. It's dangerous.
Come no closer. Who are you?
I'm a banisher. Do we kill?
Or do we part forever?
We must decide now.
Where is my
I love you, Red McCraith.
Where is my mind?
Pięknie, pięknie. MLB in the show.
Before Henry Aaron was hitting home run after home run to break Babe Ruth's all-time record, he was an 18-year-old kid living out his dream in the Negro Leagues. A league born out of necessity that went on to produce some of the greatest players of all time and become a driving force for change in this country. Like Josh Gibson, arguably the greatest home run hitter of all time, who is said to have hit a ball completely out of Yankee Stadium. And his Hall of Fame Thunder Twin teammate Buck Leonard, who could tear the cover off a fastball and pig it at first like no one else could. And we should never forget Tony Stone, who broke barriers by playing regularly in a major men's professional baseball league.
Miss Tony Stone,
This is Storylines, The Negro Leagues, Season 2.
Okay. Spellforce, Conquest of Ear, Demon Scourge. Good now. Okay. Tower of Fantasy. O! Jakiś kolor? Nie. Kolejna story. Uba. Ajaja.
Didn't expect you to actually make it here.
Just like you, your security system is a joke. Finally, I don't have to play along with you and act like a happy-go-lucky fool. Farewell, my best friend.
Looks like there are a few guards around, huh?
Revi has upgraded the security system. Many of the posts no longer need to be manned.
I see.
It makes our job easier, I guess.
Heirs of Ida are making a comeback. You must treat it lightly.
Hey, what's there to be afraid of? Just ask yourself this. Is there anything
Revi can't solve?
What's going on?
What's wrong?
Nie panikujmy. Kuba. Lol. Okay.
You guys are too weak to stop me. Game over.
Didn't expect you to actually make it here. Is my upgraded security system really that vulnerable?
Your security system is just like you. It's a joke.
I've always treated you as a good friend.
Ah, finally I don't have to play along with you and act like a happy-go-lucky fool. Farewell, my
Dearest
best friend. Alas.
You've destroyed every room. I lost you.
It took me some effort. Thanks for your hard work. It's time to go home.
Yay,
it's over. I'm finally done.
My stomach is rumbling.
Let's bounce.
Let's grab some cupcakes at my office.
Oh.
By the way, about what you said, did you really mean it? About happy-go-lucky fool?
Well, who knows?
Who knows? Ooh. Ooh. Huh? Genso Chronicles. It's a lie. Everyone was back. It's not a lie. Son of the Forest 1-0. O, shopy. Oh, shit. Co to jest? LOL. Destiny 2X Mass Effect Normandy Crew. O, kolab jakiś. No i to akurat będzie pasować w Destiny. To akurat pasuje. Ten kolabik. Escape the Mad Empire.
Across multiple dimensions, only to end up in a fallen empire, mad with power. Face the apocalypse, or should I say, apocalypses. Loot is your lifeline, and a single mistake means death. Pause and execute your next moves instantly.
O, aktywna pauza.
Many have tried and died. Can you escape the Mad Empire?
Okej. Okej, bro. Dragon's Dogma 2. Archer Vocation. O. Zajął Archera. Ładnie. Nieźle. Nieźle. No dobra. Dobrze, ale na ten odcineczek to tyle z mojej strony. Także dzięki wielkie za oglądanie i widzimy się już niedługo w kolejnych. Trzymajcie się. Hej.